Okay, another big shift that significantly improved both my monthly revenue and my peace of mind was going from service provider to a partner. All right. So the second major revelation here was when I discovered that clients don't actually want blueprints, they don't want tools, and they don't want systems. What they want are ongoing, what's called containerized service. And containerized service is, as you guys can guess, something that involves a container, which is basically that black box that I talked about earlier, that just delivers consistent outcomes that I manage fully. So I actually have full responsibility and full ownership of said system, and I take ownership of the inputs and the outputs. The second that I got into this mindset, I started printing. Okay, like when I started, I focused on delivering these simple one-off automation projects. The benefit of one-off automation projects is obviously they're easier to get if you are a total noob. But the downside is every time that you deliver one, okay, the next month your revenue just hits zero again. And so if I could just graph, revenue over time, basically, I'd make a lot of money month one, but then month two, I'd make less. Month three, maybe I'd make more. Month four, I'd kind of middle. And I wouldn't really be able to consistently grow my business. Now, instead, I pivoted to focusing on becoming a partner of a business, aligning long-term incentives and pitching myself as a retainer where I provided a consistent recurring service. And when I did this, I found that month to month, I may not have had massive spikes like I did before, but I still had minor spikes. And because I was focusing on recurring revenue and partnerships, I ended up growing over time significantly more than before when I was always sort of like yo-yoing around. So when you do one-off projects and stuff like that, you typically get unpredictable revenue streams, and that's simply by nature of the thing that you're selling. The real leverage in automation is when you go retainer-based, subscription-based, you basically have some sort of MRR. So I basically shifted from I will build you this automation to I'm going to generate you these results every single month. And this improved my client retention, and it also improved my peace of mind. This actually required a complete and utter rewrite of my whole business model. Previously, I was charging for the time spent building. So I cared a lot about, what am I putting into this project? I want to make sure I'm being compensated commensurately with what I am delivering. In reality, clients don't care about that. What they care about is what they're getting out of the project. And that's what you should be charging for. If you deliver a client $10,000 a month in value on a recurring basis, you can charge them $3,000-ish a month in order to deliver those services. And even if you build a system that does it all completely autonomously, here's a quick hack. Clients will continue paying you that $3,000 a month so long as your system provides value because they just don't want to have to deal with it. It's working, right? They don't want to touch something. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They don't want to have to readjust something if it's already producing them consistent ROI. So instead of me doing, charging for the time spent building, I started pivoting. I started charging monthly retainers for the ongoing value delivered instead. I then started taking complete and utter ownership of outcomes, which just meant clients no longer needed to really get the technology themselves. All they did is, I gave them a ping every couple of days. I gave them little progress updates and how things were going. I let them know every time that I delivered some sort of result that they were interested in. We're talking revenue here. We're talking savings. And then, me and my team handled everything else. Now, I say team loosely here. I had a VA, but, as you